Welcome back to another meme review. It's time. Whee! October 2023. I'm recording this in September of 2023. I know I'm going through these really fast. I'm trying to catch up. I'm trying to catch up so bad. We'll see how long it takes me to edit this. But I'm here for the October 2023 meme review. Still, I'm a little less than a year behind as of the recording of this video. But as always, I do not know what the spoiler warning is, so future me is going to tell you now. Sorry, just when I was trying to find the part of me to do the spoiler warning, I found this one that has me with the hammer. So I'm going to do the spoiler warning with the hammer. The spoilers in this video go all the way to the end. I'm smashing. I don't know. The spoilers in this video go all the way to the end of the series. So if you have not finished the entire book series, this is not a safe video for you to watch. I will bonk you on the head with the hammer. Don't watch. Don't watch. So yes, all of season 2 of the television show and the entire book series. So that's it. But if you have finished the books and you have watched all of these television show, then safe video for you. Bye. So whatever she said, and let's get into the memes.
Let's be nerdy with Let's Be Nerdy. Let's be nerdy with Let's Be Nerdy.
Okay, I cannot read this. But then Elizabeth, the queen of all, is clearly a reference to Queen Elizabeth, who at one point ruled the largest empire in the world. In fact, Queen Elizabeth ruled more of the world than any leader in the Wheel of Time since the breaking. In Randland, it would be the equivalent of running an empire with colonies in Shanchan, the Westlands and the Waste, Shara, and even the Madlands. Now, you might think I misspoke. Sorry. And meant the land of madmen, but that was actually a mistake. You see, Robert Jordan wanted to call them the Madlands, and the land of madmen was a mistake published in the World. Yeah, I did actually read about this somewhere. The World of Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time, but this was corrected with the publishing of the Origins of the Wheel of Time. The Origins of the Wheel of Time is also corrected the size of Shanchan. I have seen the new maps. Yes, the previous maps had it far too small. Just another mistake, but Origins brought it back to the correct size, making it more comparable to the Americas in size and shape. Speaking of the Americas, oh my God. As I was saying, with real-world references to the giants, Mosk and Merc, who battled with the Spears of Fire, is a reference to the Cold War, obviously, with the missiles being the Spears of Fire. Merc is clearly America, and Mosk is Russia, referencing Moscow, the capital of Russia. Though it's ironic, we call it Moscow, but the Russians say Moskva, which might not seem ironic until you realize Moscow is actually close to the original pronunciation of the name, and it is the Russians who are saying it wrong. What? It's a real-world example of the correction of names that Robert Jordan uses to make a real-world allusions. Take Anla, the wise counselor, another corrupted name from Anne Landers, the popular advice columnist, and while in myths it is believed Anla was a sister to Elizabeth, she wasn't, but in real life, Anne Landers was the actual twin sister of the woman who wrote the Dear Abby column. This is not so much a meme as it is a treatise. It's also missing Mother Teresa and other such references. This meme is so long, the original author died 3/4 of the way through making it, and Brandon Sanderson had to finish it. Oh, man. Who are you? Daughter Heir, you are my subject. Yeah. No, she should be saying, I'm Elaine Trecan, Daughter Heir of Andor! That's how she should introduce herself. Everywhere. My sister was so mad when she saw this. Okay, it's such an interesting thing. My sister has read the first 3 books. She'll probably read the fourth when Rosamund Pike's audio comes out in a couple of weeks. Or like a week. Less than a week as the recording of this. Wow. But yeah, she was so mad at this because she watched the show first. And so she's really invested in Rand and Egwene, which never heard a book reader say that. Like, she's read the books, but she watched the show first. And so when this happened, she was just like, hey, your girlfriend's right there. Stop it. Stop flirting. I don't think he's flirting. He's literally had like a knife in his gut, and look at her. She's all angel lit. I would be asking the same question. I might be flirting, though. So, is the same meme twice? Who are you? Did you read my 2 letters? Yes. Oh, Lane. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss. That is Lanfear in a nutshell. The Wheel of Time. Okay, and there's going to be the Wheel of Time if blah, blah, blah. It's going to be shorter. I I've seen the Wheel of Time if like Nynaeve had a gun. Oh, I wonder what this. Okay, what is this? The Wheel of Time if the Dragon Reborn were a girl. It would be much easier. So much easier. My feeling when the innkeeper whose inn just burnt down is rampaging through the city. Hmm? Oh, this is from the show. Yes, of course. I was like, my brain was in book brain. I was like, I've never seen an innkeeper just rampage. But yes, in the show, that's way. Lanfear was just an innkeeper running like the local Crescent Inn, and then suddenly she is like setting off bombs, like magical bombs throughout the city. And I've talked about this in videos before, but I think that must have been so satisfying for her. Because like Lanfear she's not Megiddian. Megiddian is okay hiding in the shadows and like being less than she is. Lanfear does not like that. Lanfear likes power. And so to have to pretend to be so much less than she is, I imagine she hated every single second of that. And so the chance to burn it down, would have been like scratching an itch for her. His crazy ex having to bail him out of jail after she left him alone for a single day. The Dragon Reborn, powerful and majestic. I mean, okay, again, we're going show. Bailing? That's not bailing somebody out of jail. I mean, bail is not blowing up the foregate. Oh, look at that's Rand. Oh, wrapped in a blanket. Okay, this is from a Reddit post. Madeline Madden needs to be nominated for a Best Actress award. Her depiction of resisting enslavement is superb acting. But Zoe Robbins is the best actress we've seen in a thousand. It's meta. It's so beautiful. 1,000 years. Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, I don't want competition between the actors in the show. Obviously, they are all incredible. And I think that whoever runs the Emmys, or like, it's the Emmys for TV, right? Emmys and Golden Globes. They need to like just get over themselves and start recognizing that genre television has good acting and writing, and like they'll give them costumes and effects awards and whatnot, but very rarely. I mean, even this time around, Wheel of Time got looked over or overlooked for costumes, which is ridiculous. But yeah, whatever institution that is just needs to get their heads out of their ass. Like, it's just like, it's the same people who are like, oh, I don't read fantasy because I read real literature. And like, fuck you 1,000 ways. Like, it's just, that's like saying that only art printed on a specific type of canvas is real art. That doesn't, like, the genre of a show or a book or anything is just it's the medium for telling the story. And yes, Madeline Madden needed to be nominated. Zoe Robbins, Best Actress in 1,000 years, also needed to be nominated. Kate motherfucking Fleetwood needed to be nominated. Natasha O'Keeffe, Rosamund Pike. The acting in this show. This edible ain't shit. 20 minutes later. I live in South Korea. I am not going to elaborate on my thoughts on this. Oh, the side by side is so good. I wonder, did they show Natasha O'Keeffe this picture before and be like, do this? Because that's brilliant. That is brilliant. Ishamael's 3L loves. Lose. Lanfear. And Loyal. You think Ishamael loves Loyal? I mean, everybody loves Loyal. Me. Does your diaper need to be changed? Toddler. No. Also toddler. Retta. Look at that. Yeah. There's some junk. Junk in that trunk. I mean, it's just the wind, but also, yes. I taught preschool for 5 years. This is ridiculously accurate. We got, okay, Celine in the streets. Lanfear in the sheets. I don't know why these ones get me so much, but yes. Yeah. You want a Celine in the streets and a Lanfear in the sheets. Rand. It all sounds insane. any other character. I'm not here to judge you. A few seconds later, that man is seeing ghosts. He's insane. Yeah, it's I don't know what reread it was. It was fairly early on in my like reading experience, but like the first time I read it, I remember at one point being frustrated with people around Rand, like acting like he was being crazy when I was in his head. And so his reactions always made sense when I was in his head. Like, I'm not even talking like only first book, I'm talking later books. It was a reread where the subjectivity of that first person narrative suddenly started to make sense. I'm like, oh, seriously, dude is like talking to himself. He's talking to a man. Like, when you're in his head and you hear Lews Theron's voice and then you hear Rand reply, if you're not paying attention, it's a conversation. But the second you start paying attention, like, oh, dude just answered a voice in his head out loud in a room full of people. That's, yes, people think you're great. When I talk about, like, I've talked about this before, like way early on in my YouTube channel, the Wheel of Time changed the way I read. It fully changed the way I read. It made me a much more critical reader, which I think is part of my my attachment to this book series, because it made me understand things like limited first person and unreliable narrators and things that I just never. I don't know how to explain it. Like, whenever I'd read before, I just accepted whatever the book told me, and I was like, okay, cool, and this is the story. I think it was having to wait for the next books. Like, I mean, obviously, it's also just the way that Robert Jordan wrote, but having to wait for the next books made me go back and read again. And when you're reading a story a second time, you know, you see and notice new things, which made me then go, oh my gosh, there's all these layers, and now everything I read, I am looking for that sort of thing. And it's another thing I'm really grateful to the Wheel of Time for, because it just opened my eyes to new ways to experience stories. And this is one of them. Okay, we got a tweet here from Lord Matt Cawthon. Lanfear casting call. Looking for an actress who can be lovely, seductive, funny, lovable, psycho, vengeful, evil, psycho, badass, obsessed, confident, psycho, mature, destructive, manipulative, charismatic, calm, and beautiful. And then replied, they forgot cute, which is my Lanfear headcanon. It just boggles my mind that they actually found someone who fits all those and more. It's true. Again, Emmys, get your head out of your ass. Okay, we've got Egwene here looking at Rhenna, hanging up here. Everyone liked that. I mean, yeah. I have a whole video. Things that I'm reserving judgment on. I'm reserving judgment on this. I'm not mourning Rhenna's death. It's just so dark. Like, that was a murder. Egwene did a murder. How to earn a heron-marked sword 101. Yep, the Indiana Jones woman. That was so good. You want to swing a sword extravagantly in my face and I have a pew-pew? I'm going to pew-pew you. Except Rand did like pew-pew-pew-pew. He did like lots of pew-pews. Lanfear yeets Moraine through a door-type object. Hope that doesn't come back to haunt me. Yeah. Oh, I was like... I know that a lot of people are thinking we might not get the Finn. Like, Matt's already got his memories, and some people think he already has his Ashandara. I do not agree, but I do not know. It's just, but I have no knowledge of this. But Lanfear yeeting Moraine through a door just reeked of foreshadowing to me. Like, oh, look, that's a door. And she just threw it through a door. I like I still think we're going to get the Finn. We just might only get one. Twitter of Time, Maggedian, Lanfear. This is how it feels. Yeah. I'm sorry. New Forsaken just dropped. I like both. Rand thrust slowly into Ishamael. I'm sure this fic exists. The books, we got Ishamael and Rand fighting in the sky over Falma. The show, a drone dragon show over the city. Yeah. I did not have any inclination as to how they were going to finish it. I wonder how they could have done it. Like, I don't think there's a single way that you could have done, like, they're literally fighting in the sky and it's like projected in the sky all over the world, or yeah, I guess all over the world, or all over Randland. Like, there's no way to do that wouldn't look cheesy. I don't know. Okay, the thought I literally just had as I was saying that, a Three-Body Problem. Three-Body Problem had a scene in it, spoilers for Three-Body Problem coming in a couple of seconds. There was a scene where an eyeball in the sky opens and closes. And that didn't look cheesy. But I have a feeling people fight. I don't think there was a single way to do it that would not have been like, oh, that is a green screen sky that you've keyed. Like, there's just no way. So I think that the dragon was a very good alternative. Things got a little out of hand. We've got Matt knocking over the first domino, trying to ghost a chick he was banging, gaining the fealty of a personal army. Yeah. Yeah. That was gay. He like tries to ghost Melindra, although he did actually kill Melindra, but he was trying to leave, right? That's what it was. He's trying to leave Melindra, and then he ends up, gaining the fealty of an entire personal army. Also starting the greatest bromance in all of literature. Yep, Matt Talmanis, excellent. Season 2, Episode 8, spoilers with no context. We've got, exploding ships, dagger, axe in the chest, glowing dragon, and Indiana Jones. All of those accurate. And yes, here is Lanfear doing the smiling fire girl meme. Brilliant. All right, we've got Talmanis. Look at me. You're the captain now. You're my captain now. Okay, so he says, I'm the captain. That would be, you're the captain now. Yeah. Okay, another tweet, I think, from Daishan. Got Lanfear, Randfear? That's not a character. Bots. Randfear. Yeah. Oh, that's cute. I like it. Oh, we got my two ladies in blue. There's Swan and Moraine. Oh. And then the Guitar Amoroso and the Gift of Prophecy chucking a ball at their face. They had such a happy life ahead of them. I used to be the daughter of Andor, but then I took an arrow to the knee. Okay, I haven't played this game, but I think that's from, Skyrim, I think? Yes, I think it's a game reference, because I saw that a lot when that happened, when she took the arrow to the knee. I've read, I don't know if this is true, but I read somewhere that, taking an arrow to the knee was slang for getting married. Is that true? Okay, this appears to be some sort of screenshot for a food app. It says, prep for an epic season finale. Order garlic knots with $0 delivery fees and watch the Wheel of Time Season 2 finale on Prime Video. Terms apply. What? Grubhub? What? It's impossible. A skill that's been lost for thousands of years, to tie off not garlic bread and leave it in place. Okay, is this real? Did Grubhub, actually announce the Wheel of Time season finale? That would be cool if it happened. Did that actually happen? When you sell your soul to the Dark One because you wanted great cheekbones. I mean, it was worth it. Study finds everyone can tell this is the first time you're trying out this aesthetic. Yeah. It doesn't... okay, here's the thing. Objectively, if I try and just look at this, it actually does look good on Zoe. My book brain is she hates this. She hates this. I think even the show shows that. But, in the books, there is a visceral disgust that she has for the Suldam, that wearing that bracelet and that outfit, it revolts her because of what they do. And so, yeah, I didn't like it. I still don't like it. I look at that and I'm like, oh, she's revolted. She's revolted by this. Study finds reaping is leading cause of distress among those who sow. Yes. Why, look, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Yeah. Got Lanfear, excited that Ishamael is dead and soon the other Forsaken will be at the bottom of the ocean. Moghedien. Yeah. Except, actually, okay, Moghedien was the chair in this meme, actually. the person swinging the chair is a Samael, but he's already dead. So he swung the chair already. But my Gideon's, yeah. One man could hold off 50 in this alley. But fuck that. I'm going to fight them in the middle of the street. It did kind of open up. You got it for television and stuff. Tight spaces are never as tight as they need to be because you got to get the cameras in there. You got to be able to get all the angle. Oh, a game of Guess Who. Okay. Is she the most powerful channeler since 1,000 years? No. It's not a Gwen. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. What is this? The paint. People need to be careful with their font choices. I was like, why would you name a store the Tate Store? Who's going to that? Oh my God. Yeah, see, maybe if you put the paint, like you did on the door, you can see they put paint in the words on the door. You should have put it up there too. Because I like legitimately was like, oh, that's funny. That looks like a photo. Who would make a store called the Taint Store? Okay, we've got something. I think maybe it's a tweet. A dagger, an old pole, and a length of good quality 2 Rivers wool was all it needed for Matt to defeat the shadow. The Wheel of Time. Matt Guyver. Matt Guyver. Oh, if I'd known. This is my 80s intro. Nice. You know, night's not even my job, and it's not bodyguard, which is a common misconception, because actually, my job, it's just muscles. It's just beach. Sorry, it's a Barbie meme. And what a great job you do at muscles. He does do a great job at muscles. Just noticed that some of the seals seem to be different sizes. Really? I'm sorry, I'm not even reading the rest of the meme. But yeah, look, that one in the back is huge. Oh, I never noticed they were different sizes. Would be hilarious if Samael was in one of the smaller ones. Yes. Oh, like a mini one, like a coaster. Put him in a coaster. Yes. Ishi and Lanfear spent a day just carefully chipping at Samael's seal just to make it a little bit smaller, but not enough to release it. Oh, that I can see that too, just a little bit, just as a joke. So when he comes out, they're like, yeah, look at this tiny little pile of dust. That was your seal. Look at that huge pile of rubble. That was my seal. You were tiny. Okay, we got a WhatsApp screenshot, a maiden chat. We've got just a bunch of emojis. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Did they translate these? Nope. It's just more and more emojis and they're getting sexual. Okay. Sorry. Just all of the eggplants there. And yep. I'm not going to try and translate this because that would take me forever. But I bet you if you studied this, you could. So, pause the video here. See if you can figure out this conversation. Rand, I am so lonely. Why must I live this life alone in solitude? Will this loneliness ever end? Alana, Rand, get your hand off me! Yeah, the thing about this, like, Alana, obviously, he also did this to everyone else in his life for a while. Like, Avienda, he literally ran away and hid from her, and Elaine, he kind of forgot about for a while. Min is the only one he let close. Moraine, Matcham. Everything in Tyr is political now, and it's important to Rand that you project the proper image. I've secured clothing for you fitting to your position. Please respond yes or no if the boots fit, and a second yes or no if the jacket and shirt fit. K. He responds K. That's one answer and not in the format I asked. Please reread and respond to the message again. Matchroom, I bought this phone to improve communication, and I can just as easily return it. Matt would answer with a K. He totally would. Like, he totally would. Not a K, period. Yeah, but he would definitely answer everything with a K. 9 conversational tricks to make people think you are cool and Elaine Tricant. Instead of saying this, say this cool thing. Okay. So instead of saying, I don't believe you, say, I am the daughter heir of Ant to the most powerful nation in the world. I know what jealousy looks like. Yep. Aw, you're the best. Say, you're my subject. Oh, I'm kind of busy right now. Instead of saying, I'd like to tinker with things. Instead of saying, take care, say, oh, you can leave those right there. Thank you so much. Instead of saying, I have a favor to ask, you say, oh, the whole daughter heir thing. Instead of saying, have a safe trip, dear. Yes, I'm following you, obviously. I don't think that's a good idea. No, we tried it your way. Instead of saying, guys, let's focus, say jealousy. It's not the best look on you. Instead of saying, sorry, it turns out that's not the case. Say, I apologize, but I think you've underestimated both of us. Both the situation and the two of us. Yeah. Yes, this is all good. I honestly expected this meme to say, like, every say the cool thing to be, I'm Elaine Tricant, daughter Eir Vandor. That's what I thought they were all going to be. Hello, my name is Liar McLiarson. He's the father of lies. People listen to him way too much. Yes, his name is Liar McLiarson Liarface. Nearly every WoT character. Nice to meet you, Mr. McLiarson. It's true. He's literally named the father of lies. Good Lord. Gotta Shamael again. I need to get laid. To rest. Put me in a coffin. Let my soul ascend. Yeah. Stop touching people's faces or they're only going to hear the first part. Okay, some conversational tricks to make people think you're cool and land Mandragoran. When they ask, tell me about yourself. Response. There's one rule above all others for being a man. Whatever comes, face it on your feet. 2. What do you do to relax? Response. I did not come here to relax. I came here to kill you. Death is lighter than a feather. And what's your favorite thing about your hometown? The golden crane flies for Tom and Gaiden. Yeah. Okay, we got Fail, a message from Fail. Why are you following all those Emmon Field girls on Insta? I don't know, because I've known them all my life, so this is parents' phone, obviously. They moon and go on about every fool post you make. It's wildly inappropriate with you being their lord. It's not like that, and I'm not their lord. Well, then what is it like? This isn't over. We'll talk again at dinner. Yeah. Yeah. Parents, step up. You're the lord of the two rivers. Stop making Fail do all the work. This is weaponized incompetence. Okay, we've got one of, like, Alana's family members here from the show. Gasps. Where does the third one go now? This character... Okay. I think this character... I never finished that show. I do still actually mean to finish. I think this is the character from One Piece. The one who has 3 swords, right? And one of the swords goes in his mouth. Where does the third one go now? I think that's who he is. I think that's who he is. I am going to finish that show. It dropped at the same time as The Wheel of Time. And then, as I keep mentioning, I was on a trip to visit my family, and I did not have time to do 8 reactions to, like, a second show, and I just didn't. And so I do mean to pick it up, but I will pick it up when season 2 starts. Like, I'll rewatch season 1 before season 2, and I'll do reactions for that. So, yes, but I think that's what that is. It's the dude who has the sword in his mouth, I believe. Born too early to own a Mercedes. Born too late to own a Mercedes. Born just in time to end up in a trolley cookpot. Yeah, that's the thing about the wheel. It's a wheel. It's literally a wheel of time. Yep. Got Rena in soccer, I think. A soccer game holding up a yellow card. I think it's like a penalty or something. Egwene holding up an Uno reverse. Yeah. Nice. Some people turn to the father of lies for personal power and gain and have done so for 3,000 years. Well, did it work for those people? No, it never does. I mean, those people somehow delude themselves into thinking it might, but it might work for us. See, here's the thing. This meme is saying, no, it never does. I think it probably did. In all of those dark friends who weren't living during the apocalypse, who were willing to, like, do a little murder to get ahead, probably did get ahead. It's the dark friends who are living during the apocalypse whose lives suck. But, like, for 3,000 years, probably, okay, here's the thing. For 3,000 years, it's been mostly, I think, smooth sailing for dark friends. As long as they were, like, willing to, stay under the radar and didn't get caught. Probably sucked every single time a Shamael came out. Like, in the book canon, a Shamael every 1,000 years was, like, able to sort of come out of the seal and, like, wreak a little havoc in the world. I bet you it sucked being a dark friend then, because you had to do a bunch of stuff other than, like, just murder for selfish means. But then when he would go back in, I bet you it was fine. I'm not like saying that it's good to be a dark friend because, you know, doing murders is not good and all that. But I think this is not true. I bet you it was really good. Like, as far as getting ahead, not good. You know what I mean? All right, we've got Matt Cawthon going up a flight of stairs, skipping a bunch of steps, such as the Ways, Faldara, the Hunt, the Horn. Okay. Yeah, this, I guess, is, the way the show did his story. I actually think it really, really worked. Because, they did skip all of those things for Matt in the show and just got him to, like, blowing the horn. Obviously the show really kind of had no choice with Barney Harris leaving the show in the first season and having to deal with getting the character of Matt where he needed to be. I think it worked, and it worked really well. Like, it had such emotional resonance when he comes into his own at the end, because we've seen him at rock bottom. The only thing I think the show was weak on was just what the horn was. Like, my sister wasn't, like, she was confused about it. I'm curious to know what my other sister thought. I would like to talk to her about it. We keep talking about it and then not doing it. But I don't think the show had a choice. And I think for Matt's story, it worked. Okay, we've got, I guess, a teddy bear looking over at some text here. That's Moraine speaking. Swan and I were so naughty as accepted. We tried to sneak mice into Elida's bed, but were caught. And then the teddy bear looking a little shocked at, this is Nynaeve. I captured a Forsaken in Teleranriod, and Elaine and I kept her enslaved on a leash like a dog. Yeah, that's a dark story. Again, it's an interesting one for me because, like, one of the things I love from The Great Hunt is how revolted Nynaeve is by the whole doing, the slavery thing. And then she does capture Megiddian in, like, a leash and enslaves her like a dog. And I mean, she hates it. She does hate it. And it makes her miserable. Like, it's a part of her whole, like, I'm so miserable arc. So, yeah, and it is interesting because that's straight up a war crime. It's straight up a war crime there. So, I mean, every character in this show or in these books does just a little bit of war crimes. It's just a little bit of war crimes, just as a treat. All right, this, I'll take, I guess it's Jeopardy. I'll take alternative Wheel of Time history for 800, please. How long would the Andoran Succession War have lasted had Tom left Ebudar for Camelin with Elaine instead of staying with Matt? Yeah, she'd had him with her, like the game of, he would have run that shit. What, is 5 days? Correct. Yep. Yeah, he would have run that shit. Ooh, another Jeopardy one. Okay, I'll take the War of Power for 600, Alex. During the War of Power, this is the most common name given to Lews Therin by those who knew him best. What is Lord of the Morning? No, that's what I was going to say. The Dragon? What is the Champion of the Light? No. What is Pompous Ass? That is correct. Okay, I'll give that to you, yes. Okay. The Dumb Puppy, a.k.a. the Serial Imprinter, a.k.a. won't get a single break from now until the final heat death of the universe. Or after. Yeah. I mean, he does get a break eventually. Tiny and Angry, a.k.a. the Sleeping Berserk Button, a.k.a. the one that they're not going to see coming until she rips out all their throats. I will kill you. That is definitely, she's kind of a sleeper. Sorry, just kind of a sleeper. She's a dreamer. Yeah. If my middle name wasn't Spite, it would fuck you, a.k.a. the Duck Mother. The Duck Mother to the very dumb baby ducks. Yes, a.k.a. we'll spend at least an episode of a season inside a tragic romance B-plot. Oh, a.k.a. had the brain cell temper made her lose it. A.k.a. had the brain cell temper made her lose it. Okay, like they shared a brain cell, yes. One, she contains multitudes. Indeed, she does. The Violent Sunshine character, Elaine, of course, a.k.a. would sucker punch a god for a homie she met 2 hours ago. Violent Sunshine character. That is a perfect description of Elaine. Wow. Lanfear. If evil, why hot? Why not? Okay, Moraine. The word nap isn't in her vocabulary, but it should be, a.k.a. can't have one nice thing for more than 2.5 minutes, aka allergic to feelings. Oh, but she has so many feelings, so many, and they're just hidden, and she smushes them. She smushes them down. Okay, we've got Matt here. There's a big sign that says, "Do not touch the red button." I'm gonna touch the red button. Yeah, aka, who is this self-esteem you speak of? Never heard of them. Oh my God, yeah, that's Matt. Absolutely Matt. And Perrin. Voted most likely to be adopted by 100 random strangers, aka the wolves would like him to get the brain cell, but it fell on the ground and the ground is laughing. And the ground is lava. The wolves would like him to have the brain cell. He would not do well with the brain cell. We've got Lan here. Doesn't get paid enough for this shit. Absolutely. AKA clinging to the last brain cell with the tips of his fingernails. AKA I can't believe I, of all people, am willing to have a single goddamn conversation here. He just had to talk it out with Moraine, and it was fine. And Alana. This is, I think, okay, this is just the show I think they're doing here. Alana. Fine, I'll do the babysitting, but you owe me so much booze. Okay, the aunt that once forgot you in the mail? The aunt that once forgot you in the mail? Oh, in the mall. Sorry. Gotta make it bigger. Yes, the aunt that once forgot you in the mall. That makes sense. AKA the aunt that gave you all the safe sex tips and traumatized you for life. AKA the aunt that would absolutely bury a body. No questions asked. Fuck. Sorry, I love Show Alana. I love Show Alana, and she's gonna do the thing that makes me hate Book Alana. And it's gonna hurt so much in the show because of this being who she is. Like, this Alana is amazing, and I adore her. And then Swan. Everything can be made into a fishing metaphor and probably should be. Yes. I asked in the last meme review if Swan had been doing fish metaphors in the show. I can't believe I forgot. Puffer fish. And there's others, but yes, she has been doing them. They just they don't feel as pointed as they do in the books. But yes. Okay. AKA, you could be the king, but watch the queen conquer. Oh, little Nikki. Yes. AKA, after being told her wife is making all the worst decisions, hold my beer. Everything she can do, I can do better. Yeah, they are making bad decisions, but it's because of lack of information and lack of communication. And it's and Leandrin, the one who will eat the last peanut butter and chocolate cookie in the fridge and watch the whole tower descends into chaos with a thinly veiled smirk. Oh, she would. AKA friendship is for suckers. AKA dancing to the don't be suspicious. 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 That is Leandrin, especially in that conversation that she has with Varen, where she leans. It's such a brilliant. Oh, it's so good. Yes, look, here's my alibi asparagus. And Renna, chances of being beaten to death with a water pitcher rising steadily. AKA the most delusional person in any room that doesn't hold another souldom. Yeah. I think people, sorry, I'm going to get into just a tiny, tiny bit of history here, but she's delusional in the way that people who owned slaves during chattel slavery in the Americas were delusional. They invented, I forget the name, but the name of a disease that made slaves want to run away. Slaves that ran away had in their minds a disease. Because slaves wanted to be slaves. It's the level of delusion in this insane hierarchy and privilege. It's just, what the fuck? All right, a Shamael. If evil, why hot? The lesser male version. Oh, aka the horny nihilist. I mean, I know people who would not call him the lesser of anything. And Min here, too sober for this storyline. Oh, poor Min, yeah. AKA cursed with always rolling snake eyes since birth. AKA, will they ever give the girl a break? Magic 8 Ball says no. Yeah. Like, she at the end of the books is in a bad position. She's in a very powerful position, but it's a dangerous position. It's a position that I'm hoping, like in my headcanon, will lead to good things, but it's a very dangerous position. Her power is awful. And I never really, the show made me realize how bad it was. In the books, I had never thought it was good. Like, her power is basically, I don't want to say useless, but it's virtually useless. Because it's not like she sees things and then her visions can help with them. What she sees happens. So, it's not like she sees a potential for something and then she can change things to make that happen. Or she sees a potential for something and she can change things to make it not happen. She sees something and it happens. It's knowledge with no power. It's such a weird power that would be exhausting. Like, I don't know how you leverage this power. The only way to leverage the power, I don't know. Like, in the real world, you might be able to leverage power by, like, investing in businesses that you know would get big or something. But in the world of the Wheel of Time, I legitimately don't know how you leverage her power into being something that gives you an advantage. Because it doesn't give you, it gives you knowledge, but you can't use that knowledge for anything because the thing that you see will happen anyway. And, seeing good things, that's great, but the bad things are the ones that you're going to remember. Those are the ones that are going to live with you. And it's just, and loyal. Looks like a cinnamon roll and is actually a cinnamon roll. Yes. AKA how to make a Shan brat be envious in 5 minutes or less. He did do that shit. All right, we got Avienda. She punched me in the face once. It was awesome. It was awesome. Nice. AKA, if you take a sip every time she'll roll her eyes, you will die. Yeah, that's dangerous. And Varen. And the kindly grandma smile award goes to, it's a good smile. She's doing such a good Varen. Oh, I love Varen in the books, love Varen in the show. It's so good. All right, and there you have it. The October 2023 meme review. Okay, I'm less than a year behind. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on these memes. Let me know your favorite meme in the comments below. If you want to be a part of the meme gathering, and I don't know why I still give this announcement, because I'm trying to catch up, but there is a channel in my Discord, which is also linked in the description below, where people post memes for me to review. So you can join there. I don't look at the memes until I do these great slideshows that Rapunzel has made for me. So thank you so much. And if you want to support me, if you like my content and you want to support me, I also have a Patreon that is linked in the description below. To my patrons, as always, mwah, thank you so much for your continued support. I could not do this without you. I couldn't. So thank you. And with that, I am gonna end this here. So please like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.